everyone. Thank you for all showing up today, especially on short notice. My name is Carroll Fife. I am the director of the Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment. I see my people out here. As you may know, you may not know, the judgment came from the courts today explaining that the courts ruled in favor of the corporation that owns this property. Oh, that's just fine. We're just beginning. A movement is building in the city of Oakland that is going to catch fire not only across this city, but across this state, across this nation, and across the world. My organization is helping to support the mothers with technical assistance and legal support and other things as well.
Could you come to the mics?
Oh.
You sort of press conference, so the press is here to hear you.
I just figured I'm short.
No.
So right now the moms are inside. We just got news, right? A few hours ago. So they're collecting their thoughts. And I just will speak briefly while they're collecting themselves that one of the mothers just lost her partner. In the news, we're hearing a lot about how unworthy they are of housing because they have children and they didn't make plans to take care of their children. And I really want to highlight how this particular situation has called into question and into the forefront how people are not valued. And it doesn't matter what choices you make in life. I've heard a lot through this conversation that they should work harder. They work 2 or 3 jobs, that they shouldn't have children. Some of them lost their partners through car accidents or bad health because they didn't have access to health care. So we want people to understand that this could be anyone. This could be you, this could be your loved one that needs housing, which is why we are screaming to the top of our lungs that housing is a right that everyone should have access to. That means whether you have an addiction issue, because I guarantee you the wealthy people that are buying up these neighborhoods have some addiction issues. Right? Let's talk about it. I guarantee that the people who are buying up these homes, who can afford $1 million homes in formerly working class neighborhoods, also have mental health issues, right? Just because you have an addiction or substance abuse issue, or you may have challenges with mental health, does not mean you do not have a right to housing. What we're seeing right now is the people who have a right to housing are the people who can pay the most for it. That has got to end. We have got to take speculation out of our housing conversation, right? It cannot be who has $1 million. These homes that are for sale across the street are for close to $1.5 million. Fuck that. How they're saying, and it affects everyone, right? That the people who can save up enough for a down payment on homes have to compete with corporations like Wedgwood, who have hundreds of shell organizations and limited liability corporations that buy houses in bulk. So what that does for the average individual or family who wants to save up and buy a house, when you go, there's no way to compete. Right. So we're not dealing with individuals who are buying up homes. We're dealing with corporations. And newsflash, corporations are not people. Right. No. So when they say you came and took a house that belongs to someone, no, it did. Before it was foreclosed on. That's right. This system is rigged for the wealthy. That's right. Yeah. I've said that every time you all have come here, right? And that doesn't change. We'll tell them to go back to their shelves. Right now, I want to once again give so much love and thanks and appreciation to the elected officials who've had the courage to say enough is enough. We want to see housing for working class people, for the average resident. I cannot say enough about Nikki Fortunato, the Oakland City Council member from District 2, who is standing on the right side of history. Because as she said before, once upon a time, it was okay for people to own people that look like me. It was legal. It was the law. That doesn't mean the law is correct. So I want to introduce Nikki Fortunato. Thank you for being here.
Again, my name is Nikki Fortunato Bass. I am the council member in Oakland for District 2. And I believe that every single person in our community deserves a right to housing.
Yes.
That is what the Moms for Housing movement is about. The right to housing is the civil rights issue of our time. The right to housing should be in our Constitution.
Yes.
And that is what these moms are doing. We are going to look back at today, some point in the future, and we are going to say, this was a moment. This is a movement in history, because what the moms are doing is an act of civil disobedience. An act of civil disobedience because the laws are stacked against them as unsheltered moms.
Right.
What they are saying is that the system is not moral, it's not just to mothers and other people who were members of our community who are unsheltered and living on the street. And as I said after the court hearing on the 30th, there was a time when one of the moms would not have legally been able to have coffee at a white restaurant. There is a time right now where corporations are treated like people. There is a time when we are allowing our cities, our state, our country is allowing housing to be commodified. It is not a commodity, it is a human right.
That's right.
And so the foreclosure crisis that we are still bearing so much pain about, that these moms are bearing pain about, that this West Oakland, this entire city is bearing pain about, the foreclosure crisis was brought about real estate speculators like Wedgwood. They have profited from the foreclosure crisis. They have exacerbated displacement, exacerbated homelessness, and we have to do right by all of the people who've been impacted. We have to do right, and that means holding those corporations accountable. So I want to say,
do something too.
That's right.
Yes.
Oakland needs to step up.
that's right, that's exactly right.
need to step
This
up.
is all hands on deck.
Yep. And I'm
So-
glad you're here.
Yes. So Wedgwood, the offer is still on the table to purchase this home. The Oakland Community Land Trust stands ready to sit down and negotiate with you. Myself and Councilmember Kaplan are willing to convene that meeting so that Wedgwood can negotiate the sale of this home with the land trust and return it to the community to allow these moms to be housed. At the city
Them
level.
and many others. Them and
At
many
the
others.
city level, I am working with my colleagues inside City Hall to explore what we can do in terms of systemic policy that will hold accountable the corporate speculators that are leaving these homes vacant. There is no reason why a vacant property that has multiple code violations, that's been red tagged, that has been sitting abandoned for years causing blight, should continue to be that way. When I look around this crowd and I see people who need homes, at the City of Oakland, I am going to work with my colleagues to bring forward policy that will address that systemic crisis.
A moratorium on evictions.
Hold them accountable. They empowered this.
So
A moratorium on rent increases.
there's all hands on deck at every single level of government, and all of us have to be doing something. You're here because you care about this crisis and you stand together with the moms. There are other real estate speculators who could also do right by the members of our community who need shelter. And so if you own a home that is vacant, I invite you to contact my office, to contact the Oakland Community Land Trust, because we stand ready to put homes into the community's hand to house our unsheltered community. And with that, I see the moms are here. I want to just say thank you. These moms are on the forefront of today's civil rights movement, which is human rights.
So we're going to have Dominique Walker, the spokesperson for Moms for Housing, give her commentary.
First, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone for your support through this whole process. I would like to thank our city officials that have came up and stepped up. The rest need to, but the ones that have stepped up in support, like to thank them for their support. Today is not a defeat. This is the beginning of a movement.
That's right.
Right, yes.
Louder.
The system is designed to protect the wealthy. It wasn't designed for us, so we never thought that we would win in the unjust system.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are here and we're not leaving. We've been here since November 18. That is a win for us.
Go to the microphone, please.
We are bringing awareness to this national and global housing crisis, and we don't intend to stop. Housing is a human right.
Yes.
We're working to change not only the laws here, but all over the world around housing. We want to create a housing registry. We want to outlaw short-term rentals. We want to be able to use eminent domain to get housing from these corporate speculators out of our community.
Yes. Yes. Take it back.
We are not going to stop fighting until all unhoused folks that want housing have shelter. It is a basic human need, and it's our basic human right.
Yes.
And company like Wedgwood, they said this morning, they put out a statement that said this decision, this legal decision was the legally right thing to do, the ethical and the moral right thing to do. This is what we're up against. A corporation who would put mothers and their children out onto the street thinking that it is the moral and right thing to do. So we are all going to have to come together because we are fighting these giants with these money, and we have the power. The people have the power. We have the power to change how things are going. Look at all the attention that is on Oakland right now. We are the blueprint for this movement, and we're not going to stop fighting.
Go Dominique, we love you.
Thank you.
Dominique, they said you got 5 days. They have 5 days to turn the property over. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm not leaving. We're not leaving.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
What do you do? What do you do if the sheriff shows up and says you got to go?
They gotta take me. Take me out.
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us.
Right.
You tell us where to be.
Okay.
Well, here, but when?
Yeah.
Are there any more questions?
Are you considering doing this to other houses now?
I would encourage folks to do whatever they need to provide shelter for their family.
Yes. So Dominique just shared that she has to be taken away. So I would say that and make a call as the director for an organization who does this, right? That all of our members, all of the people who believe and stand with the moms, come and stand with the moms. If Dominique is taken away, she shouldn't be taken away alone, right? If she gets arrested, there should be people that are arrested right there with her. So that I'm asking, because Dominique is not going to, nor should she have to, stand with the moms. If you stand with them, be here to stand with them, because it's just not Dominique that's going to be arrested. That has to be taken from this house. This is a movement, and the forces that are putting all of this money into community to speculate and take homes off the market and make them only available to a select few, they need to see that this is not just about 4 mothers, that it's much bigger than that. So I urge everyone who has the capacity to be here, to be in solidarity and put your bodies on the line like these mothers are putting their bodies on the line for all of us.
That's right.
If they come at 2 o'clock in the morning, will you still be here? But that's the thing. What they'll do is they wait till nobody's around before they send the sheriff's deputies out.
That will never be the case. All right. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Whose house? Mom's house. Whose house? Mom's house. Whose house? Mom's house. Whose house? Mom's house. Evict the speculators.
Evict the speculators!
Evict the speculators.
Evict the speculators!
What do we want?
Housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Whose house?
Mom's house!
Whose house?
Mom's house!
Whose house?
Mom's house!
Excuse me.
Hello, everyone. Supporters, thank you so much for being here. I'm Nicole from Mom's House Solidarity Committee. And like Carol said, there's an ask for allies of Moms for Housing to come out and put our bodies on the line and stand with them when the sheriffs come to evict. So the moms have asked, based on what we know about the sheriff's plans, for supporters to show up on Monday at 6:30 a.m. right here. If any of you have the ability to bring coffee, do it. I'm gonna need a cup of coffee. If you have not already, please sign up for the text alert system. You can text Save Mom's House to 510-800-7810. That's 510-800-7810. And you'll get updates there. As soon as we know more, as we have asks, you'll find out on that text thread. So please do sign up, and please do be here Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Thank you so much. Sorry? Signs? Are there any more of the signs? I think we need to make another printing of signs. Yeah, but thank you.
What's the number again?
It is 510-800-7810.
Do you expect the sheriff's office to come Monday morning? Or what's that based on?
We expect that that's the earliest time that they could show up.
So just kind of continuous presence from them.
And again, sign up for the text alert system. That's where updates will be sent out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so there are, we really are asking folks, particularly folks like me who have a lot of privilege, to take on those civil disobedience roles. And there's also non-arrestable roles. You can come, you can do cop watching from off the property. You can do, so sign up for the text alert system. So as soon as we have more stuff, we'll send it there. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, thanks.
Thank you. I'm gonna go. Yeah, do it.
Do you mind me asking where this will go?
It's going on the house.
It's going on the house? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I want to get that.